Hello everyone, my name is K-Hug, you can call me Kyler, and welcome back to the Season 2 Let's Play Minecraft Survival Series. Whether you're a long-time subscriber or just stumbled in here, I want to thank you for all of your support, so hit that subscribe button, give this video a like, share with your friends, and leave some kind words in the comments down below. I also want to take a brief moment to mention the community Discord, so head down to the description. There should be the top comment or top link there. And don't forget to join today. It is a safe, friendly space for us to share ideas, content, and even spend some time Minecrafting together. All right, let's get right into today's video with some member updates. All right, guys, we have a long list of some new members, so let's just hop right into what we're going to do today. And that we're going to go ahead and start by adding to our counter here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I hope it's keeping up. 6. I think I hit it 5. There we go. 5 new members. It should be 116. That's about right. And I have obviously something else to reveal, and that is the fact that we have completely filled up our community member board. Now, I took it upon myself to go ahead with a new idea rather than making a bigger board, and that is introducing the community member hall. Now, this is not like the hall of all at all. That's a lot of all in that sentence. But this is just heading to the community member board. We have the community member hall where we can add people up and along all of these boards all the way throughout the hall. If I got to add more, well, that's great news. That means I got some new folks coming and hanging out with me. So let's go ahead and start with the first and foremost one. I apologize for missing your comment. Inca Raids. That was like 2 videos ago. Totally looked over it. That's sincerely my fault. In addition to Inca, we have Tyler. Nice to meet you, Tyler. Don't ever spell my name wrong. It's yours, but cooler because it starts with a K. We got the Sun Tzu. Hold on. Sun Tzu, if I can spell. There we go. Sorry if I mispronounced that. We have okay. I'm not even going to try that one. I'm sorry, but that's not going to happen. But thank you for your support. And yes, there's more. Let's continue on. We have Robbie. That's an easy one for me to pronounce. And finally, we have the loosest of gooses, which I'm unfortunately probably going to have to put. Let's see how many words we can fit on here. The loosest the loose. Here, how are we going to do this? Let's go loosest goose. That's all I'm going to be able to fit. Unfortunately, I can't have you on 2 lines, so I hope that does it justice. Yeah, thank you guys for all of your support. I hope you guys have been enjoying the series, and welcome to the community. Now let's get into what we're going to do today, and that is going to be working on the Hall of All. The Hall of All plans we have today do not pertain to what's down inside, but rather what's out behind. Yes, today we are going to start working on the garden area. I've got a couple plans, and I know the path isn't done, the items aren't done, but I've got some fresh ideas up in my noodle, and I want to get them down in the world before I forget them. So we're going to go ahead and work on the maze garden, the hedge maze garden thing back here, and I've got some small ideas to go with that. And hopefully, if we have some time, I have a few more statues to put up for a couple more of you community members out there. So let's just get right into what we're going to do, and that is going to be probably go collect a ton of leaves. We're going to need a ton of leaves. We'll go over to our farm over at the kind of near the gold farm. We'll go to the tree farm. We will collect all of the birch and oak leaves. I don't think I have anything else, but there's 64 birch and 64 oak trees, so it should be plenty of resources. So I just want to make sure I have a shulker in there. So let's go grab a shulker and go get all of the leaves known to mankind. Well, just as a status update, this is what the tree farm currently looks like. So we've got 64 oak, 64 birchlings, and unfortunately it seems that this block cap, I hate those creepy noises. The block cap thing, it doesn't work for spruce trees, so I started growing some mega spruces here. I'm gonna have to look into what to do with this, and we do have to finish off the back of the farm all the way around, add in the jungle and mega spruce over here, or the the big old redwood trees, and that was going to be kind of it. So we're pretty close to being done with it, but I really thought these guys here would grow. Maybe that's 1 block too small. Now that I think about it, I might have made that 1 block too small, but that is here nor there. All we are here to do is collect all of these leaves so we can use them in our hedges. Let's get to trimming, I guess. It's not mining, trimming. Let's get to trimming. All right, well, I've gotten minorly distracted because I went through 2 pairs of shears, literally in a blink of an eye. But I just wanted to throw some updates out there that maybe I have or have not gotten into. And that is, you'll notice the boxes from the back side of the iron farm. The iron farm's right here. This used to be our chest collection system. I have since then, that's kind of a buggy thing. I've since then moved the item collection to come down here. And now, both of the front 2 items here, the front 2 chests, ought to collect all of our iron, as it looks like it's clearly doing. And then the 3rd chest technically collects the poppies, which are automatically shot into a compost bin, and then immediately into here. So this will collect us some bone meal. Forget about the flowers, nobody needs them. But that is the update. I just wanted to give you guys that update. I'm not sure if I ever showed it, but I did do it off camera one time. But we are here to get some iron, to get some more shears, so now we can get back to work. Okay, well, I don't have much of a plan, but we do have a giant box full of oak and birch leaves. Now, what we need to probably do is just, first off, decide where we're coming up. And I do believe we'll take a quick flight real quick. I think, based on where the trailhead is currently, that will come up in that where I started at. So you can see the trail is going to come up. You know what? We're going to go ahead and actually lay this out. We're going to do that this episode. Let's go ahead and head down here. The trail is going to come up through this little nook. We're going to I think we're going to bring it more this direction. And then I'm going to try to just get real steep through here. We have a lot of terrain modifying to do here. But if I can swiftly get up this slope with a big steep set of stairs, we can come around along this flat. And then once we get around, we'll then go back over at a diagonal, up through all of this, maybe up through here. You just want the path to meander as much as possible. And last but not least, I think we'll have a staircase, maybe? No, let's think this through. Maybe we go ahead and go up this little area, and we'll do some training here, and then we'll come up and over and up and over. We're getting kind of angular here, so we're going to have to just kind of come up. I think it's going to come up here. Let me go ahead and get a good vantage point for this. Let's fly up. Okay, the snow's a little annoying. Okay. I actually like where it's going until it gets right here, and then it just turns real abrupt. It just kind of gets going, it's meandering, and then it goes straight up. So I'm thinking we extend this on. I think we stay on the flat here, where this is kind of, it might even go back down a little bit, like through here, Mr. Sheepy. And then we have an opportunity to use this little valley to come up nicely and in through the back like so. And this will be where the beginning of the farm is going to go. Now I'm going to go ahead and, yeah, probably cause a problem. I knew there was going to be stone. So let's dial this back a little bit. We'll train this back like so. Okay, that is one task done. That was the easy part. So let's go ahead and now that we know we're coming up through here. I don't think we'll go though. We'll probably come more straight up like this. And then I think we just start the maze right. Let's pick a good number. 365 days in a year on 50. Boom. There it is. That's the beginning of our maze. Let's go ahead and let's go grab some leaves and signify that. Got the leaves. It is going to be, ooh, are we going 1 wide? Or do we go 2 wide? Or even more? I think we should go 2 wide so we can give it some character. So let's go 50 and 51. Let's get rid of this guy. I got a stick? Interesting. Okay. So this is going to be technically the beginning of the trail. Now, I wasn't going to use any sort of path block or podzol to line this up or carve this out. I don't think I'm going to still, but we're going to actually every once in a while we're just going to put a block. Maybe, you know what? Let's go ahead and just rely on the hedges. But there's one more twist that I want to reveal to you guys, and that is because I'm thinking about putting a cool little feature in the middle. Now, I was thinking originally about putting a fountain, you know, somewhere in the neighborhood of here. But instead, so we'll be able to see it from up there. Instead, I'm thinking about putting a little like fish pond, a little koi pond maybe, or a frog pond with a little fountain. We're gonna try that out. So feels more natural. And then if we don't like it, we can completely redact it. So let me go ahead and dig a little pit out here, and we'll design a small pond. So in order to tie, I got a little pit here, Doug. In order to tie the base of this, or just this building in general, to this pond, I'm going to try to use these natural blocks. The stone bricks is going to be the only thing that's not natural to the surrounding area, or most surrounding areas. But all I'm going to do is just kind of fill in the parts that I dug out with a combination of these guys. Now, this will make more sense in a minute, but let me go ahead and just fill these walls in before we get to our next step. Okay, we got that kind of there. That is going to give us a rough shape. And now we can go back and we can just add in the details. Now we can also expand it out a little bit. Be prepared to add in some like half slabs in areas. And as you do this, it's just about keeping it weird, you know, keeping it not normal or simple, if you will. You just make things up as you go, and that typically makes it end up looking the best. So I've got no game plan, no prior idea what I was going to do here. This is all just part of the imagination process. So I'm going to head and, gosh, I got an inventory full of junk. So we're going to do the best we can here. But in some of these areas, we're going to add in some slabs. We'll take away some of the rigidity. I don't know if that's a word. We're making it a word. And that's looking pretty good. We're going to carve this bottom out. And I might even, just for my... That wasn't supposed to happen. Just for my sakes, I'm going to put a torch in a couple of these guys. That's going to allow light to permeate through. So let's grab some of our standard blocks again. Oh no, we dropped these. We need these. We need those. There we go. We'll fill in the bottom once again. That's also a misplacement. Perfect. We're doing good, Kyler. We're doing good. Okay. And it's looking good. I know it doesn't look like anything yet, but I'm sure it will. It will. I promise it will. Not often do I promise you guys that something I'm going to do is going to look good, but I promise, well, I 60% promise this is going to look good. Is that a good number? I hope that's a good number. All right, we're just adding in some more of these strange details. You just kind of pop these guys in there once in a while. Something about this little corner here makes me uneasy, and you can still, like, I still have the capacity, if I don't like the way something's transitioning, to just go ahead and add a little more. You dig a little more out, place a few more blocks, and here we go again. Great places to hide torches under half slabs. Good way to add light to a thing, to any sort of build without adding clutter. This is my favorite thing to do because we don't have to have like this guy here. Boom, he's gone, but guess what? I'll put a brand new torch right here in his place, the same amount of light without the distraction of having a torch on the ground. So this is my favorite thing to do with light sources. Side note though, you cannot, under recent experiment, do that in Java, which is the strangest thing I actually never expected to come across. I think that's looking pretty good. Now we got a weird steep spot here, but this is intentional. Kind of. I'm gonna give it a couple of these. But my plan here is this is where our dock, or like our little lookout area into our pond, is gonna tie in. So right here we're gonna have maybe some like slabs or trapdoors or something just to tie it all in together and make it look like it's actually don't like that. Look like it's a little fish pond. Will you maybe go get some buckets and get some fish for real? I think I like the shape. It's looking good. It just needs a little love and a little bit of water. All right, and a few lily pads ought to shape things up real nice. Maybe we even put one there, maybe? Okay, we have like a little hopscotch pad thing here going on. Love that. And now I think we just need some fish for sure, and potentially some like seagrasses or whatever we might be able to grow just right on these stone structures. But that pretty much sums up a little tiny pond, and now we just got to build a hedge around it as part of the hedge maze. I'm thinking about also introducing some trees We're going to see what that looks like. Hopefully that doesn't completely botch the entire thing, but I think it would look pretty cool to have a couple trees around the pond and maybe some just throughout the maze in general, or part of the maze, as they might produce some pretty good walls. I'm going to add actually a couple bushes in here just for funsies. These are just part of the pond decoration here. There's nothing to do with the maze itself, and we got to get rid of this water source block as well. So let me go ahead and add a few more bushes in here, like that. Looking good. Okay, and now let's go ahead and get some grass blocks back real quick and fix this water issue, just like so. All right, now it is time for the actual maze to begin, starting from these two bushes here. We're going to go ahead and just start with one side, and I'm just going to place primarily like oak leaves in here. We'll throw a birch in every once in a while. Now, I just already forgot that we're creating a maze, Kyler, or we are not going straight indefinitely. So let me take a couple of those out, and let's start our first turn. And then we follow that up with some of our birch blocks, or our other maze area here. And now we're gonna have our first like corner where we're gonna have a decision of which way to go. Now, ooh, do we make this an actual maze to get to the Hall of All, or do we make it a pretty obvious direction? We're gonna probably fly in 95% of the time, so maybe it's not that big of a deal. And since I'm saying that, let's go ahead and just create some chaos. We'll have this curl back around. Ooh, I should have done this. Hold on. I know what I'm doing. I know how this works. If we do this, you'd have two. Oh no. Okay, we got a weird grass block thing going on here. We got some new grass blocks. Grab the birch back. Okay, that's our first dead end. So if we came in this maze, we were walking around, pretend there's another turn in that early direction. And also diagonally to here as well. You come down, you'll have another like corner deal. And eventually it'll bring you back to the point of beginning. So this technically will be closed. And this will loop around to a dead end. All right, so let me go ahead and go. Oh, you know what? We can get a good bird's eye view from here, maybe? Yeah. So that is the beginning of the maze. We're just going to do that all over the place. This whole area. Let's get one layer done. And then we'll start working on getting the rest of the layers and some of the decorations throughout the maze. And that ought to be confusing enough. Now, I know I've created this maze, but I'm not even sure which path leads out, which is actually perfect. But I went ahead and got one layer done. By one layer, I mean this is only one block tall, so cheating is very probable right now. What I want to do is add some decorations, add some actual grass, some of the grass particles, maybe some different flowers. I tried to add a couple tall trees. I got a short stubby guy here and a half-dwarf giant kind of thing going on here. Not sure why this grew in between a giant tree and a regular-sized tree. It's really bizarre, but I want to go ahead and get the second layer, at least two layers done. That's adding another bush on top of this, just to keep me locked in here. And then I think what we're going to do is we're going to have some variable heights in here. We're going to have some path blocks. We're going to have some coarse dirt, of a dirt that doesn't change back into regular grass blocks. And we're just going to add a whole bunch of different decorations, and hopefully this whole thing comes together okay. So let me go ahead and work on doubling up those hedges at the minimum, maybe adding a third layer if I got enough. And then we can get into the nitty-gritty details. Excuse me? I am trying to... Oh... No, what have I done? Let's get the bow out. We have ourselves a small problem. We're just gonna take care of this real quick. We cannot have these guys get to our villagers. That would be very, very not okay. Yeah, you thought you were somebody, huh? Oh, he's destroying all of our bushes! No! Stop it! Oh, no, no, no! Why? Look at all the damage. Oh, darn it. I didn't know they did that. I hear him. Is he down? Oh, no. Okay, careful. No. What? Oh, I know where he's at. He got bamboozled by my underground trap. Oh gosh, there's one more wave left, I think. This is ridiculous. Why do these guys hit so hard? Holy cow, that is unnecessary. No, 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 no. Let's go. Raid victory, and I need to go to sleep and get food and rockets and health and everything imaginable. I'm the worst PvPer in Minecraft history. Look how happy they are. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yes, yes, you're welcome. Yes. Thank you for all of your love and support. I'll be here all week. It has been a long time since we've had to do anything on foot, and it's really starting to make me realize that our base is not very feet friendly. Now, I know we had a lot of these other projects going on, and it was early in the game, but we've really got to get like these tunnels done. And just all the footwork areas. Definitely need to start getting on to cleaning up the odds and ends things that we haven't gotten done yet, but we are here to quickly make an exchange for some rockets. Grab a whole stack of them guys, and boy, oh boy, did we get ourselves into one heck of a mess a moment ago. Let's grab a nap and get back to building the hedges. Okay, so all the hedges have now been level 2, or leveled up to 2 in height. Oh, I just stepped on all of that garbage that I threw out in this corner. Stay. Oh, come on. Get out of there. You've seen that too. Okay. So now I'm debating whether or not we go with a third layer. I think 3 would be too high in some spots, like around this tree. But I really think if we're running in through a maze, we can do a lot of cheating right now by doing a little hopscotching. So what I think we're going to do is we're going to actually just do it in some limited areas first. Let's just go ahead and do it now, I guess. I started placing blocks before I even got done finishing my sentence. So let's just go ahead and check this out. If we just do like areas, just areas at a time, does that convey the same feeling as being in a maze? You know, the only thing I don't want to do is create something that doesn't look mazular. We made up a new word there, new fun word, mazular. You heard it here first. And that is because mazes, typically the hedges are perfectly square on all sides, meaning there's no elevation change. But I think just adding in a little bit of elevation change is going to help give this some character. Well, I hope that's the case. So we're just going to keep adding some of these in there. Let's go ahead and just add a few more, and let's take a step back and look at it. I think it's going to look okay. Fingers crossed, though. Fingers crossed. Okay, I think, you know, let's go ahead and look from this perspective now. Let's get up somewhere elevated. Okay, I think that does a good job. It's really hard to tell. There's a lot of green going on here, but if you run through here now, you really can't get a good sheet unless you find like an angle, and then you get to, okay, so like now you can see part of that. Like there is a route that goes that way. Same thing here. Like I can see that path, which will have something there, but you can't really see around these corners. So I think this is going to work out really well. Let me go ahead and do the dirty work alone and put the third layer on all of the hedges here, and then we can start decorating. All right, well, functionally, I think we're just about done with all of the hedge work. It looks pretty good. It just looks like a giant blob of hedges from this angle, but let me go ahead and get up on the rooftop here so we can see the actual veins, or the internal chambers of the maze. There it is from an aerial perspective. Now all I'm going to do is maybe go ahead and, I wasn't going to, but let's put some path blocks down. I think that'll end up spicing it up a little bit. Add them roughly, kind of just randomly throughout. Maybe I'll go get some coarse dirt so it can't be turned into grass and place that in here as well. And then I think I'm going to add some trees around the outside just to give it some cover. And then the last little bit of decoration is coming in here and populating some grass, making it a little confusing to see where you're going by just obscuring your view ever so slightly. Okay, well, I've been waiting for the night to set in, which is setting in just now, I think. That looked really weird. The sun kind of just shrunk right there. Just to make sure that the place had enough light that mobs are not going to spawn inside of our maze. It's looking pretty good, though. It's looking pretty good, if I do say so myself. Really eerie, really dark. And now I believe it is time for us to attempt to make a run through it and hope that no mobs follow us in. So let's head to the other side and act like we are arriving at the Hall of All. Good luck finding me, sir. All right, so we are off. We're going to head in some early direction. Yep, this guy seems to also know the direction we're supposed to go. Well, I found my way to the pond, which is not the exit, unfortunately. We got a guy chase. Does he see us running through here? Just out of curiosity, is he also lost? Whoa! Oh, goodness. He's better at this than me. Okay. All right. I added some chests and some barrels and some dead ends. What's up, sir? He can definitely pathfind through the... Ooh, there's a dark spot. Through the blocks, because it's just grass. And so I think he can see us, is what's going on here. And thankfully we just got that, because now I can replace the grass that I just broke, trying to get rid of him. But we have not found our way out yet, which is funny because this was supposed to be a maze, and it is actually working out exactly as intended. I believe, yes, I believe there's an exit here. Okay, I knew that side. It's the last side I did pretty well. So anyways, it works pretty good for what we're not going to use it very often. I don't really need to get in a fight with the skeleton inside of the maze every single day, but it's kind of fun. I think I want to add some more fun things. It's like the statues, the maze, just things to force me to use path work. We do spend a lot of time in the air at the moment because, well, functionally it is just the easiest thing to do with these wings. So yeah, I'm trying to actually prevent myself from flying so much by adding cool things into the world, like the mallard, the banana, the location of the pickaxe, and the new and decided moose that we're going to put up for one of our members, Moose. Now, the problem being is today we have officially ran out of time. So next episode, we will work on the pickaxe and the moose. If any of you out there have any sort of statue or something in mind that we can replicate in smallish fashion, I mean, let me give you a scale for reference here. This is the size of the banana, and this is the size of the mallard. So keeping it real, keeping it small, keeping it kind of to scale. But if you have anything out there that you could think of that resembles you or you'd like to see built in your honor, do not forget to leave that down in the comments below. Well, that's going to do it for us today. I appreciate y'all coming and hanging out. Since you're still here hanging out, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, give this video a like, share with your friends, and leave some kind words in the comments down below. Yeah, like I said just moments ago, don't forget to give me some ideas for more statues on the way to the Hall of All. Let me know what you think of the hedges, and if there's anything else you think we should add to the Hall of All maze, or anything along the trail other than the statues and maze, just something to keep things pretty and fun. So without further ado, as always, stay beautiful, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Goodbye.